right, here we go again. Welcome back, folks.
Happy Friday! I'm really excited to be here.
It's Thursday.
Oh. Loud and wrong. I said that with my full chest. It is Thursday. Oh, gosh. I think it's just because it's basically our Friday.
Basically, for today.
Yeah, so we're going on a beach trip this weekend. I'm super excited about it.
Lots of fun, lots of vibes, lots of sun.
Yeah, lots of sun. I need to see a sunset. I need to go, touch
grass,
the sand.
touch sand in
touch
the
the sand. Need to dig my toes in it. I'm really excited about that. Father's Day was this Sunday. I hope all the dads out there got lots of gifts, lots of love from their families. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got to hang out with my dad. We watched the craziest action movie. It was a kung fu movie. And it was basically Taken. It's called The Furious, and I really recommend it. It was partly dubbed, partly subbed. But honestly, probably one of the best kung fu movies I've ever seen. Not that I'm super into action movies.
Listen, we haven't had a lot of kung fu movies. We have a lot of these action movies that are all just about guns and violence. In a lot of instances, you see the newest John Wick to a bunch of other movies such as The Equalizer. Lots of people and guns, not a lot of martial arts. We need that martial arts revolution back in.
Yeah, I think honestly, the prop use in this movie actually impressed me way more than everything else. It's anything that you could think of was used as a weapon at some point during this movie, and it was absolutely hilarious. So that was a lot of fun. It was really cool to see a lot of my family. But yeah, all in all, I've had a pretty good week. I felt pretty sick last week, but now I'm feeling a lot better. How are you?
Doing a lot better. Not as bad. A little hoarse in my throat every once in a while, but other than that, doing pretty good. Continuing on with the segments, starting off with what stories are we going to be reading today?
Yeah, so we're going to get into a couple of good ones. I have some nice ones picked out for us today. We're going to maybe do a little bit of a shorter episode, but I really enjoyed the scary story last week, so I want to open up this week with another scary story coming at you from r/scary stories. You ready?
There was something you needed to correct yourself earlier on.
Oh.
You did make a little mistake on one of the earlier episodes, so you want to come and correct it this one around?
Yeah, so we have to take a step back because I just want...
We?
Okay, not we. Definitely me. You know when you, say something, you say something incorrectly.
Like how you started this?
Like how I started this? Exactly. Great segue, because I did the same thing today, and I cannot be trusted sometimes. But we refer to the person who posted this post on Reddit as OP. We know that. That's been established. But in the first episode of this podcast, I established it completely incorrectly. I flipped what I meant to say. So OP actually is going to be standing for original poster, right?
Yes.
See, I don't even trust myself now. It's going to stand for original poster, not online person. I was the silly person that thought that it originally meant online person. I didn't know that it meant original poster. Original poster makes a lot more sense. I had a friend listen to the pod and point that out to me, and I felt very silly. But I had a good laugh about it.
It happens.
Yeah. If you're out there listening to this, you know who you are. Thank you for always checking me. Okay, so let's get into it.
Let's get it.
Title of this is Don't Google Yourself, a horror story.
I've already done that.
Don't Google yourself. Why? Because you may not like what you find. One day, I was bored and decided to search for my own name on Google. I have quite a rare name, so I didn't expect to find many results. Imagine how surprised I was when I came across a website that had my full name in the domain, www.myname.com. When I clicked the link, it brought me to a message board. I looked at the profile of the website owner and found out that the person was the same age as me and had the same hobbies and interests. There weren't any posts on the message board, but I was intrigued, so I saved it in my favorites. It was about a month later when I went back to the website. This time, it had more content. There were some diary entries, mostly random things like, the weather was nice today, or I'm so bored in work, things of that nature. However, as time went on, I began to notice more and more coincidences. The person lived in the same city as I did. It struck me as rather strange that two people with the exact same rare name would be living in the same city at the same time. At one point, I noticed that the contents of the diary were quite similar to my own life. One day, I went to a baseball game, and when I checked the website that evening, I found out that the owner of the site had gone to the same ball game. At first, I didn't think much of it. After all, tens of thousands of people in the city supported the same baseball team. It began to seem like much more than a simple coincidence. Whenever I checked the website, I would notice little biographical details that seemed too close for comfort. For example, the owner mentioned their pet dog, and the dog's name was the same as the dog I had when I was a child. The website owner posted a picture of their car. It was the same model of car I had been driving when I was in college. They talked about eating at a certain restaurant. It was the same restaurant I had gone to all the time when I was working at my previous job. One day, when I had looked at the message board, people had written messages to the owner saying, "Happy birthday." That day, it was my birthday as well. I decided to write on the message board for the first time, just out of curiosity. I was going to wish the owner a happy birthday and tell them we had the same name. However, when I tried to write something, I realized that there was nowhere to type your message. It wasn't a message board at all, just a static page. That's odd, I thought to myself. In other words, whoever owned the website had gone to a lot of trouble to make it seem as if it was an interactive site, as if there were other people posting on it, when in actual fact, all the content must have been created by the owner. Why on earth would someone do that? I wondered. I decided to send an email to the owner. It read, "Hi there. Believe it or not, we both share the same name. Nice to meet you." It was just a friendly email. The next day, when I tried to look at the website, I discovered that it was gone. It seemed like it had been deleted. Then, I opened my mailbox. There was one reply. When I looked at it, a chill ran down my spine. It just read, "Found you."
That's it.
Yeah.
What kind of deer in headlights type behavior is this? There were so many red flags along the way. Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Like, what? That's it?
That's terrifying. If I even, that's absolutely terrifying. Like, imagine, I don't know. That's like, this is like a months long, like, he was like paying attention to the website, you know, like seeing that new content was coming back up because he was just curious about it. That's crazy. What would you do in a situation like that?
What do you mean, what am I doing in a situation like that? There's 1,000 red flags popping up. Like, first of all, the moment everything would have gone downhill was the moment I saw this website, which is completely just www.myname.com. And what are these coincidences they talk about? I don't even understand what you mean, coincidence. You have a stalker. What are we talking about? This is what?
No, yeah. I honestly kind of expected it to almost be like a split personality situation. Like, what if he was actually like
waking
like
brain
Jekyll and
versus sleep.
Hyde
Yeah.
type of thing, where he just like he goes to bed and then he just makes a creepy website of like journaling things that he did years ago.
But be honest, there were so many red flags before the situation.
What do you mean by
this
that?
is a month-long excursion of just like, all right, first of all, website situation. They live in the same city. Okay,
Yeah, red
that's
flag.
wild.
Yeah.
They go to the same like places to eat. A little weird, getting weird, like little red flag territory. Having the same make and model car, that's see that right there. We're reaching levels. We're getting way too. And the fact of the baseball game, we were quote unquote at the same game, but who knows? Fans, no,
Yeah.
no. Emailing them saying, "Hey, we have this."
Hey, we have the same name, you know? Like, just like an innocent email. I think as soon as I, like, clicked on the fact that that message board was fake, I'd be like, oh, police? What is this? Like, I would immediately go to the police or something because this person has obviously intimate knowledge of your life, like the family dog. You know how on some websites it's like, put in your password, like, or like, here's a couple of questions to answer to get your password? One of the questions usually is like, what was the name of your first pet? You know, this person has that.
Exactly.
Who knows?
So stalker, whole red flag.
Yeah.
She saw.
You think
what's
it's a
the problem
girl?
with it? I think so.
Really?
I just feel like a guy wouldn't be like emailing back, like, oh, we have the same birthday. No.
Yeah. Oh, you think that OP is a girl?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I was in my head. I was imagining this as just a guy, and then another guy doing this.
I just can't imagine a guy actually responding to another guy with an email about their birthdays.
Really?
Yeah.
You just don't
Listen,
think.
I have a few friends where I've been friends with them for like years, and I don't even know these dudes' birthdays. I'm just 100% honest with you.
No, that's pretty funny.
That's
pretty funny. You don't think that like like a guy would even just be like would email back. I can actually see that. I see where you're coming from, for sure.
if my friend sent me an email about, yo, it's my birthday today, I'm like, why send me an email? You could just. For essence, I see where it's coming from, but it's still weird. All these coincidences, too much is way too much. Same restaurant, same car.
Yeah, with the restaurant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was it as well? The baseball game, whole nine. Everything was just a little too much.
Yeah,
Be
no, there's
realistic.
too many coincidences for that to not be somewhat like related. Like, you know, it's one of those things where it's just like, is that about me? But then as time goes on, it's like, wait, this is about me, like, for sure.
But is this one of those stories, or is it just like a creepy story that somebody told on Reddit?
r/scary story. So unsure if it's a true story, but I think that's the fun part of it, you know?
Because
so,
like what, they fell off after they literally last sentence they said was found you.
I think it was.
Did they get bagged afterward?
They were able to write down this Reddit story
and then they get bagged.
We got some comments here that are pretty interesting. So one person says, if this entity wanted to find this person but couldn't until it made this website, how did the entity know so much about this person and the exact events that play out every day for this person? We got a response that says, I believe that also plays into the mysterious / creepiness of the story. How is this? You know, like, how is that? Either he has a stalker to a certain extent, or maybe it's some sort of psychological torment in the making. There are all kinds of directions this story can go, it seems, and allows us to open our mind to the many possibilities as we're presented with what's being experienced at the time.
You imagine if your little brother or sister was just fucking with you?
That would be
like this type of mental warfare.
Honestly, that would be hilarious.
Because that would make the most sense logistically wise. Like,
that
who
it was
could
a
have
family member?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean. If this is a true story, I think family member or best friend. Because, like, that's a long game. I don't think a lot of people are here for the long game other than, like, a sibling.
Exactly.
I would be thoroughly impressed if any of my siblings were able to pull off something.
But
like
I will
this.
beat your ass. Because you got me, and you got me good.
Yeah. Ugh. But that's creepy. I like that story a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like it.
You ready to move on?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to go into r/relationship advice. Bow, 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 bow. You know? Yeah. Do you like that?
We could just put in sound effects, but you know what? We're gonna work with your sound effects.
Okay, so I'm really excited about this one, just on the title alone. So I, 23 female, met my boyfriend's 25 male work wife for the first time, and I'm devastated.
She's hotter than me.
Okay, let's get into it. So, throwaway account, because this is pretty personal drama, and I don't want all my friends knowing about this just yet. I have been with my boyfriend for 5 years now, and he's been at his current job for a few years. We will call him Jake. I've never met any of his coworkers until last night, but there's one in particular who we will call Amy. He sometimes does favors for her, fixing her car, going to her house to fix stuff around her house, etc. And I was never really concerned because he told me all his coworkers are a lot older than him. However, one night while he was asleep, his guy friend kept blowing up his phone. So I answered to let him know Jake was sleeping, and so was I. So please stop calling. Anyways, before I put the phone down, I noticed 5 unread text notifications from Amy. I guess some of the spam notifications were from her. One of them said, "Great, Jake. Now everyone thinks we're fucking." This really concerned me. So the next day after Jake got home from work, I asked about it. He said that both him and Amy were late for work that morning, so everyone probably assumed that, and it was just a joke. I thought it was a weirdly unprofessional joke and expressed my discomfort. He invited me to the bar with him and his coworkers that night so I could meet her and see it was nothing to worry about. It did not soothe my nerves at all. Turns out Amy is not a lot older than him. She's only 3 years older and super pretty. The entire night she was all over him, touching him, leaning on him, putting her arms around him, and even kissed him on the cheek and he acted like it was normal. They were constantly teasing each other in that middle schooler who doesn't know how to properly flirt yet kind of way. She told me all about how she loves him like a brother, and also told me that she's had sex with half of their coworkers, and that she got the next morning off work because she sent a coworker nudes to get him to cover for her. Later on, she started crying and sobbing at the bar, actual tears, because she's, quote, so lonely and wants someone to love her, unquote. And my boyfriend ended up having to comfort her. I am just unsure what to do or say. My boyfriend kept acting like this was normal, that he wasn't doing anything wrong by entertaining this behavior. I can't ask him to cut her off. They're on the same unit and they have to work together. I literally do not know what to do about this, but I'm just disgusted knowing that he has been going on these years, knowing this has been going on these years, and he worked with her. How can I set boundaries when they're forced to be around each other all the time at work?
Yo, that's kind of crazy. No, I'm serious. Like, what are we talking about here? This lady is just a full-grown adult lady, and this is the type of situation that's happening. Now, this is bad.
So, yeah, she's 3 years older than him. He's 25, so that means she's 28. And this is the first time that OP is going out to a bar meeting her, and she's, like, in tears, like, all, like,
this lady is crazy. No, this is just a bad situation.
Yeah.
Like, also, bad on the boyfriend. Terrible on him.
I mean...
I don't care what it looks like. You are definitely entertaining another female, whether or not you're trying to be like, no, it's not like that. It's definitely like that. What do you mean? I don't think there's anything from this story that it's like, oh, the boyfriend was even in being helpful with, like, that's not your job, brother. Give it to somebody else. Let another guy. Like, you're not, what are you doing? This isn't your older sister. This isn't family. This is just a lady that works with you.
Personally, I think that he needs to direct that type of attention towards something else and set up clear boundaries, because obviously, like, he refers to her as his work wife, which, like, that's fine. People get close because you're working together. You're in close proximity. But, like, to the extent that this girl seems to be fawning over him, and she's like talking about her like sexual history with all of her other coworkers.
Also, see, that's wild. This whole story was just what you don't want to see. This is like the complete nightmare of like when you meet like your like boyfriend, husband's like work wife. This is worst case scenario. She's pretty. They're relatively the same age. They are talking about stories about this, that, and the third, all inappropriate. It's like, this is worst case scenario.
Yes. When I think of work wife, I actually think of, if you've seen, well, I've made you watch Grey's Anatomy a little bit. I think of Dr. Bailey and Richard Webber. Like, that is what a work wife is supposed to be. Like, just there to, like, call you out on your stuff, have your back, like, know what you want, like, in a work environment, like, before you know it, and just, like, have your back and, like, be there as a friend and stuff, and, like, just take care of you in that sense. Not this. She seems emotionally unstable. And, like, also, I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but, like, when girls, like, act like this when they're first meeting a guy's girlfriend, it's because they want your mans. Like, and in some way, maybe not, like, actively wanting your mans, but they want that option, in my opinion. Like, I just think that girls, like who act like this, she's wanting to take his attention because she sees the girlfriend there, and she's just, like, doing all of this stuff for attention, and it's
100%.
Whew.
What are you talking about? There wasn't a single thing on there that wasn't a red flag. Everything from point A to B, it was terrible. Literally, that flag is crimson. It is bad.
Yeah. I think the comments pretty much agree. They're going, ask him if he would like a male coworker hanging all over you and kissing you.
Yeah, that was crazy. In front of him, in front of OP, it's crazy. That whole situation, absolutely nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I have, like, friends and stuff where, like, we've known each other forever, and so, like, we'll hug and, like,
this isn't that.
Yeah, this is not that at all. Like, the crying is insane. Like, the crying over nothing, like, literally nothing is happening. You're just out at a bar.
We're at a bar and you're crying. It's giving bad energy.
Yeah, and it's like, does she cry all the time about this stuff? Is she just like this? I don't know. But I don't like that the boyfriend is just kind of, like, encouraging behavior like that.
That part, 100%.
That's upsetting.
And also, he didn't kind of go about trying to explain it. This is just basically, this is how this person is.
Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of like what is happening when she's not there.
Yeah, like what's his loose boundary? Like what's how far are you willing to take it before, like, hey, she is trying to get on to me. I'm like, brother, she's already there.
Yeah. There's nothing that I hate more than, like, coworkers who are super flirty at work. Like, because it's
like, makes everybody else uncomfortable.
It makes everybody else uncomfortable, but also, like, what are you doing? Like, is this just, like, your fantasy, your play pretend time? Like, I don't know. I'm just like, be able to, like, compartmentalize your life. Like, you have your, like, relationship, you know? That doesn't just leave. So it's like, you can't come to work and, like, pretend to have, like, an entirely different, like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
I get what you mean. Even crazy text messages. Those are wild.
That text message was
That
crazy.
was wild.
Yeah, I'm glad that you brought that up. Because it's like, oh, I wouldn't, like, I don't see a situation where that is appropriate to text a coworker at all.
There wasn't a single thing that this lady did that was appropriate. She got the day off tomorrow because she sent somebody her nudes.
Oh, yeah.
What are we talking about here? Did you forget the whole story? It's just crazy.
Yeah. So another person is saying, you just tell him what's okay and what's not okay. If he can't respect that, then he's not for you.
Yeah. She's fawning all over this man, head over heels. If this girl wasn't there, they'd have a drunk kiss.
Another person says, I don't know, should she have to set boundaries like this? I would never let a girl flirt with me and touch me like that while in a relationship.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that's crazy. I think the kissing, like, on any body part, even if it's not directly on the lips, whatever, like...
Girlfriend around, teasing, kiss on the cheek, that back and forth banter, and then still going over because this girl's crying to try to make her cheer up. At what point is it too much?
At that point, yeah, you don't have a work wife. You have a second girlfriend.
Yes.
At your work. At your job. Because, like, that's way too much emotionally.
Like, what are we talking about? At this point, we're pushing the narrative so hard. It's like, this guy is just flat out basically emotionally cheating at me at this point.
Yeah. You think that it's emotional cheating?
At this point, yeah. we're in that realm. Mm-hmm. Like,
I think a line has definitely been crossed, but it's like, what does OP do to, like, pull that back? Like, does she... Well, I mean, I think, first of all, she needs to have a conversation with her boyfriend.
Of course. That's the way that you go about it. You have to go about it in the sense of, like, you have to have a conversation about this and see, hey, I just genuinely think that you guys were getting along almost a little too well in a lot of instances where I feel like you almost gave her too much of your undivided attention.
Absolutely. Like, yeah, I think that's a good way to go about it, because I think that's just, like, honest. It's like you were giving her attention, and I know she's your friend, mm-hmm. but, like, there is a clear line, and, like, that is inappropriate.
And I feel like that's definitely what it is. It's like a boundary pass. I just don't think her boyfriend has, like, a boundary, or if he's going to come up with some BS excuse. He's like, she's a coworker. She's like a sister to me. It's like, I don't care. At that point, we're reaching an uncomfortable level. Whether you want to react in the way you want to react and be tough about the situation is up to you, but this is borderline emotional cheating. Like, we're reaching that realm. So I don't think it's too much to say, hey, you made me feel uncomfortable last night. The both of y'all were just being a little too much.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, I don't think we have an update on if she talked to her boyfriend, which I really, like, OP, if you are hearing this, we'll attach this thread in our show notes, but, like, we want to know. Did you have the conversation? Because this was a little while ago, 178 days, so I would love
this
to
only
know.
went one of two ways. Either they talked about it or they were broken up at this point.
Yeah.
No in between.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait. We have OP commenting a little bit. Like, she's responding to some people. Like, somebody says, bro, this is actually fucking unreal. And OP says, yeah, I was literally in shock at the bar at how blatant it all was. And no one else reacted to it. They all acted like it was normal. So I was just sitting there in disbelief. Whoa.
I mean, he's not cheating on anybody else at the table. He's only cheating.
Oh my gosh, wait. Hold.
The presses.
We got an update. I found it.
We got an update. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so to start this off, I have to apologize for not updating sooner. It's been a while, and I'm not sure if you guys even remember me or my post. LOL. A lot has happened, and I've just been overwhelmed. I want to say thank you to everybody who gave me advice. The original post got over 2 million views. So there were tons of comments, and I read them all, even if I didn't respond. I did not expect it to blow up like that. Before I give the update, I want to give some clarifications about frequently asked questions on the original post. 1, my boyfriend told me that all his coworkers were a lot older than him, but that was when we were discussing other coworkers months prior, so I understand why he didn't happen to mention this one, since she wasn't on topic. He was making a generalization. So, update time. I did end up talking to Jake. I struggled finding a good time to bring it up because we ended up being invited on a spontaneous trip with our friends shortly after I made the post. But I ended up talking to him when we had a moment alone at the hotel. I explained how those behaviors made me feel, and he told me he wanted to discuss this but wasn't sure how to bring it up either because we didn't talk about it when it happened. I was so emotionally defeated the night we got home from the bar that I went to sleep without a word. Anyways, Jake told me that he was also completely caught off guard by how Amy was acting at the bar. He said that while she didn't make odd comments every now and then, she had never physically done anything until that night. And he let their other female coworker know he was uncomfortable with how Amy acted at the bar. And she agreed and said she would not schedule him with Amy anymore since she manages the schedule. I mentioned in my last post that Amy was constantly boasting about sleeping with a bunch of men,
and sending them pictures or whatever. I interpreted this as she's trying to tell him she's down to do anything with anyone, including him. She's telling him she's interested. She's telling him she likes having sex. Jake, however, interpreted the flirty comments as her personality because she was that way with everyone, and interpreted the sleeps with a bunch of men as boasting as, quote, I'm not interested in you personally, though, unquote, which is why he didn't find it odd. You know how when you start talking to someone of the opposite sex, they'll casually slip in a mention of their girlfriend or boyfriend as a way to let you know they're already taken and are only interacting with you platonically. He thought it was like that. And that was why she kept mentioning whoever she was seeing at the time. During our conversation, Jake reassured me that he loves me and only wants me. He apologized for not resolving this sooner and that he just felt super awkward at the bar when he realized what she was doing and he didn't know how to react. He mentioned that he would never do anything with Amy or anyone like Amy and that he found her promiscuity and emotional instability to be unattractive. He believed that the reason she suddenly started being so handsy with him that night at the bar was because I was there and that must have made her lash out. But he promised it had never happened before that. After this conversation, and him showing me texts from his coworkers stating he won't be scheduled with Amy anymore, I felt a lot better. Until Jake told me he wanted to talk one day. He said that even though he wasn't scheduled on the same shifts as Amy anymore, she started switching shifts with people to work with him. Because of that, he started applying to jobs and later on let me know he got accepted to be a field technician at, redacted for privacy. He put his 2 weeks in at his current job and now he only has 1 week left until he starts. It's a field he's more interested in, has better pay, and, obviously, Amy won't be there. Overall, I'm currently happy and feel a lot better that he cut her, and soon that entire work environment, out of our lives. We've been talking about a lot of things since then, better communication, how we can enforce boundaries even when it's awkward. I know this update is going to make a lot of people displeased. Most responses wanted me to end our relationship, but I'm currently happy with things and where they're going. Thank you again to everyone who responded, except the few who kept accusing me of being AI. LOL. Also, sorry for the bad formatting. I typed this on my iPhone. I like this first comment before we go. This first comment says, I like Jake. Edit. I'm not Amy.
Fair enough. But see, this is exactly where the way it should have gone. In all honesty, he broke down everything from his point of view, and I get his point of view. Understandable, especially if you see somebody in a way they don't genuinely act. You don't really know how to react to it the first time you kind of see it. And I think he went about everything kind of in the right kind of way. So I understand why people are mad, but people will immediately break up with them. Get rid of them. They obviously don't know what's going on. I'm like, come on. Chill out. You don't know this guy. Give him a chance at least. Try to be at least a little courteous. Don't be the first thing is just break up. Throw him out. Get somebody better. Chill.
I think it's coming from a place of people want OP to be happy. And he
Or
made
they
her
don't want
unhappy.
anybody to be happy.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I think you can argue both sides. I think people will love to stir the pot, too. Like, little pot stirs in the comments are like, yeah, leave him. You know?
He ain't worth it. He's not a good guy.
Not worth it. Actually, I like the way that he handled it. I like that he took it seriously from that point on after they talked about it. I liked that he made
Because
action.
he understood the assignment.
He got it. He understood that he was like, whoa, this girl is acting super weird since my girlfriend's out. I'm going to make sure that I don't work with her again. I like that first response.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
He
nice.
took all the accurate steps. He showed immediate action and saw that what was happening and caused even more immediate action afterward. This guy, he gets it. A+. Bro gets 3 gold stars.
Yeah, he gets 3 gold stars. For sure, for that. I think that it's like in the moment, yeah, he could have acted better, but he acted the way he acted, recognized it, and like then from that point forward, he didn't slip into any of like, well, like he didn't make excuses for her. He didn't say all these
He
things.
didn't go about it in a bad manner. Like, understandable. Maybe you would have wanted him to kind of like shoo the girl away when getting all
Immediately,
feelings.
of course,
But
yeah.
I'm like, in situations, I'm like, you don't know how you're going to react in certain situations. You don't know what somebody's going through. He kind of broke it down where he was just kind of felt awkward. He didn't know what was happening. He just was there.
Yeah.
You ever get put in a spot where you just like feel uncomfortable? You don't really know how to kind of be. It happens, especially in like group settings, in a place where you're like, you don't really know how everybody's going to be because you've never had a work experience like that or experience with other people like that.
I think the main takeaway is that he, like, this situation happened and he, like, grew from it.
Yeah.
And, like, he's even getting out of this, like, work situation and finding something that's way better suited for him, which is a really cool thing to do. And I think that this is, like, dang, he's, like, killing it. He's killing the boyfriend game, like, making all the other boyfriends look bad. You know?
Definitely.
He did exactly what he needed to do. We got a good comment here. It says, although Jake is moving on to better things, I recommend he very clearly tell his security company why he elected to move on. What Amy did, as observed by other coworkers, was a form of sexual harassment, and her changes to work together after the schedule was modified doubled down on the harassment, directly leading to your exit. The company needs to be aware that they have a possible liability on their staff. And OP responds to this, saying, "Thank you for the advice. I didn't think of this. I'll definitely mention it. Hopefully it'll spare other people from having to deal with this." I think.
How are you with kind of like upscaling the situation?
I think moving the situation closer, I mean, he's literally leaving jobs because this is like making him uncomfortable. I think that can't be overlooked. I think when it comes to like men receiving sexual harassment, a lot of the times people will be like, well, you're a guy, she's a girl. And I not to discredit like the opposite sense where like if it was a woman too, because I think that gets brushed under the rug as well. But like, no, she's making everybody uncomfortable. Like, I think that is something that is totally valid to actually bring up to the team as like, this girl is making me uncomfortable and I'm leaving my job because of it. Because that's actually a pretty serious thing.
It is.
In my opinion, at least. So yeah, I don't think that like, to, what word am I looking for? To escalate things. Yeah, I don't think actually that's the wrong move. I think that's actually kind of, she's 28 years old, man. You can't be acting like this.
Especially with basically everything that she just laid down at the bar. It's like you literally admitted to getting a day off because you sent nudes to one of the coworkers. We're reaching boundaries here. It's kind of like, it's a bit too much. You might have said it all in fairness and play, but at the end of the day, these are people you work with.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like a clear violation of like his like personal space, in my opinion. And it's like she was the one switching the shifts, and at least the organizer of like the shifts, the person who like makes them. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm like blanking on the name, the coordinator for their shifts, knows about it, and she's switching that. I mean, it's just like an overstep. Do you think that he should have talked to her like about it? Or did he do the right thing by just like...
I think he did the right thing. I think just doing right by your girl. To be honest with you, at the end of the day, you don't have to put emphasis on what somebody else's needs are if they're really... like, they're not really anybody to you. This is just a coworker. This is just somebody who was just kind of like a little overstepping the boundaries. And the way that she did it was completely awful, too. Like...
Yeah.
I think she was trying to be like, oh, these are people I slept with. And I think she tried to have that as kind of like, oh, I'm not interested in your boyfriend. But in essence, whenever you do that, it's kind of like making them more scared because you seem easy.
Oh. Dang. Yeah, you said that. I mean, it's just like, I think that it could be both things. I'd hope that she was just trying to like, you know, we can't assume what she was wanting to do, but it looked pretty suspect.
Suspect, man. You couldn't be more of a suspect if you had the smoking gun on you, blood on the fingers, everything. This is you're caught red-handed. You did this.
I mean, we have somebody say, I love this update. I had to go back and read the original post. She was definitely marking her territory at the bar. I agree with someone else. He needs to speak to his current company and tell them why he resigned after after this, and about her changing shifts to match his after he changed his to get away from her. That is sexual harassment. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that he did the right things, and I would totally like be interested to see if he like actually talked to them about it. We don't have another update. OP doesn't say anything else about this, but like
I think we moved on. We continued on life, and we let things kind of just, because literally what OP's boyfriend did was a very good, healthy way to kind of just go about things. Understandably so, even with the uncomfortability, I think he was just going to get a new job anyway, because like she was saying, this is a field that he wanted to get into. So it wasn't, I think, too much of an issue of just like making my work impossible. Because I think, honestly, after that night happened, he just worked some shifts where he didn't work with her at all, and then he started to realize he was kind of seeing her. I don't think in ways that there was anything malicious going on, and he left because she was just too much. I think he left because, honestly, he was getting something a little bit better, and he was very communicative about the situation, be like, hey, I understand her hard feelings towards this other girl, and just giving updates along the way. Super healthy boyfriend. Green flag behavior. Love this guy.
I think it's like needs to be more in practice that when you're unhappy where you work, you can leave and go get a better job that's better suited to what you want. And I think that like what you were saying, just like moving on to another thing that's better for him, I think that's just like good all around. It's like, yes, you're moving forward. You're leaving this toxic work environment behind. And I think that should be more okay to do. Like you don't have to just stick with something because you're there and like,
oh no, we are definitely in the day and age where if people don't want to work there, they'll just say, and I quit. They don't even say I quit, they just don't show up.
Yeah, no, and that happens like quite frequently. I think that it's like, I mean, we're Gen Zers, and so I didn't mean to expose us, but I know that a lot of people in Gen Z, they're just like, what is it called? It's like cold quitting or something like that.
Whatever it's called.
Comment at us if you know what it's called, because it has a name.
I've done it before at a call center.
Oh, where you just never show up again. I find that to be a little bit hilarious. I mean, not the right thing that you should do. We are not condoning this.
Don't condone this.
No.
But it is hilarious sometimes.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm out.
Like you hear stories like, so we got back from break and then I just never saw them again.
Yeah, I mean, like people ghost their girlfriends or their boyfriends like all the time. Imagine ghosting your employer. And then you need like a letter of recommendation or something.
This is not the phone call to me. But you know the balls on somebody to put a reference number of a place that they ghosted.
Be pretty impressive, honestly. But yeah,
it's like Michael. He only worked here for 30 minutes.
He worked here for 30 minutes. And we never saw him again. I think if I were a hiring manager, I'd be like, wow, that guy knows what he wants. He wanted to come to us, you know?
He wanted to come to us to then leave us immediately?
Yeah. Okay, well.
He wanted to know what it felt like to be in a relationship and then dipped out.
He wanted to know what it felt like to be ghosted.
Gonna be close, and then he said, "No, I can't."
He said, "No, security isn't for me." Well, thank you so much for listening to this.
What is this flat end?
Well, that's all I got for us today.
Fair enough.
Yeah. If you guys have any suggestions of Reddit threads that you want us to look into, if you like what we're doing, anything like that, drop a comment, leave a like, rate us on Spotify, do all the things, because we really love doing this. It's super fun. We're excited to be doing this weekly for you guys.
Is this the first story? Is it real or is it made up? I need to get a conclusion on that one. I'm thinking that it's made up. It's a little too just open-ended. You just, like I'm telling you, you sent that Reddit post and then got bagged immediately afterward, or it's just a story. No in between.
Let us know. Let us know down in the comments what you think. We really want to hear from you. So I hope you have a great day wherever you are in the world. We're going to head to the beach now. Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, fucker. Just the coldest.